Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As promised in my previous video, this review will cover Angie Martinez's memoir, My Voice. My Voice was published in 2016. I have the paperback copy, which costs 16 bucks in the US and about 22 bucks in Canada. It's 275 or around 275 pages. The table of contents breaks it up into three main parts with five chapters each for a total of 15 chapters, along with a foreword written by J. Cole, a prologue, epilogue, acknowledgments, and about Angie sections. That includes her website and social media contact information. Um, one interview, Angie Martinez explains that J. Cole was invited to contribute something like a review quote that's found on the back cover of the book, but wrote something much longer. And because Angie saw him as the future of hip hop, or what is probably now the present of hip hop, she thought it would be appropriate to include what J. Cole wrote as the foreword of her memoir. And where the reader is introduced to Angie Martinez. Oh, put a pause there. I personally was introduced to Angie Martinez as a radio personality, and then as an actress from the movie Paid in Full, and then now more thoroughly as a radio personality, and just all that she is, a mother and a person of influence. I came to know that side of Angie Martinez through reading her memoir. So I was lucky that I stumbled across the book and was pleasantly surprised, really. However, Angie has had time to, like, because her voice is so developed, even though I may have seen her in a small role in a movie, her voice is so definitive that she really comes through even as a writer. And I saw some correlations between Angie and myself as writers, and that was another pleasant surprise as a reader to have that connection with the writer. Again, it was well written, edited, from photography to publishing. And one thing I can say is that as a reader, I would have liked to read more about Angie in Angie's own words. Something like, "Hi, my name is Angie Martinez. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is how I feel about what I have done." Um, but that's just one critique. Um, the book also includes a section of photographs where Angie includes a copy of an original note from Tupac after that she received after she was flown to California to interview him during the height of the Tupac, Death Row, Biggie, and Bad Boy East Coast West Coast beef. And as a radio personality, Angie remembers being just on the front lines as a journalist during that time and really wanting to bring peace to that episode. Other names dropped in the memoir was J. Cole, Jay Z, Dame Dash, Jam Pony, even, who Angie was introduced to when during her start as uh, a radio, during her start in radio as a teenager living in Miami, very briefly. Uh, Wendy Williams is mentioned, who Angie, there was some type of conflict between the two as co-workers. Funk Master Flex was mentioned, who as a brother figure to Angie Martinez, someone she has a real bond with. Rakim and ASAP Rocky were mentioned, and for them, Angie Martinez introduced them and created a moment for them because ASAP Rocky had told Angie that he was named after Rakim but had never met him. So Angie created that moment for those guys. Um, Faith Evans is mentioned, Mary J. Blige, and others who are close to Angie. Some acknowledgments is that um, Angie has had a 20 plus year radio career, and she airs from Power 105.1 into multiple markets. She's a recording artist, a mother. She's spoken on a couple of White House panels, one which she was able to introduce President Obama to the stand. And she also um, spent time as a judge on American Idol very briefly. And lastly, I would recommend this memoir to anyone with any interest in reading in general. Also, who also may be interested in knowing who Angie Martinez is, any young journalist. Um, I would encourage to pick this book up and read it. It's very well done, and I'm glad and was lucky to stumble across this memoir. Now, what else am I reading? Well, I am most definitely gearing up to read my Vogue. The highly anticipated September issue of Vogue has arrived by mail, and what is stand out about all issues of Vogue this September is that they are hope themed issues, and all of them continue to provide coverage of the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic and the fashion industry's response to the pandemic, and Vogue support of the fashion industry, and through the A Common Thread Fund. Vogue is also continuing its support of African Americans in fashion. And though there was some backlash regarding the cover of the US Vogue, I encourage us to remember there was some online backlash. I encourage us to remember that these pieces are actually done by African American painters and artists, and it's part of Vogue's continued support of African Americans in media and fashion and art. And I'm gearing up to read that and winding down from reading last month's Vogue and this memoir by Angie Martinez. For that reason, I have yet to commit to my next read. However, something will come soon enough for a review. In the meantime, subscribe to my channel. If we've read any of the same books, let me know what you think. And if you have any suggestions on what I can read next, let me know that as well. I look forward to hearing from someone soon about that. And until next time, be well. Thank you.